What's up everybody, I hope y'all are having a wonderful day. I'm Anthony, and on today's video I want to show you how I clean, cook, and eat sunfish. Alright, so like I said, this is one of those videos that is a request of a couple of my friends who live across the country. A lot of people don't cook food the same way geographically, so I wanted to show y'all how we do it down south, or at least how I always grew up doing it. So when I say sunfish, I'm basically talking, red ear sunfish, shellcracker, bluegills, those kind of things, but basically any kind of panfish. And as we all know, panfish can range from, very, very small, but usually they get about 1 pound, 2 pounds at the most. So when you're cleaning them, when you're cooking them, you really don't have that much meat, so you don't want to waste anything by doing a fillet. So the best way for me, in my opinion, is to actually cook the thing almost whole, and I wanted to show y'all on video how I do it. So we're gonna clean it, we're gonna cook it, and I'm gonna show y'all at the end how I eat it so I get the most meal out of that one fish. All right, so how you clean bluegill is really easy. You just got to get most of the scales off. Now, I don't fillet these things because they're too small to fillet in my opinion. I like to eat them whole. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about in a second. But first thing you got to do is you got to scale them. So I usually get a spoon to do this. If you have a fish scaler, then so be it. All you do, grab it by the tail, still kind of frozen, and scale. See? Get the scales off. Apologize for the rooster, y'all. And then flip them over, do the same thing. Cool. Now that you got them scaled, we are going to try to get as much meat as we possibly can. The way to do that, if the wind's blowing the camera, I'm sorry. The way to do that is to cut right here and down right behind the fin. So we're going to come up this way, cut right there, and come on down through. Just like that. Then, all the little guts right here, sorry if you're squeamish, you shouldn't be watching this if you are, scoop them out with your finger. That one's not coming, so make a little cut to the butthole. And there she goes. Now rinse this off. Congratulations, you've got yourself a nice bluegill. You can eat with any kind of sunfish or brim. This is how I do it. You take this and you put it in some salt water, let it brine for about 6 hours or so. I usually do it overnight and then fry it up. Easy peasy. Okay, so now that the brine is done, anywhere from a few hours to overnight, you are going to want to bread your fish. Now for me, I like to do the old school, make my own breading. You can buy fish fry, no problem, whatever you want to do. But for me, I just like to use a 2-to-1 ratio of cornmeal and all-purpose flour. So if it's using 2 cups, then 2 cups of cornmeal to 1 cup of all-purpose flour. Then I add to that about 2 tablespoons of garlic powder and onion powder, and then another tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of paprika. And once you get them all together, you're just going to mix them with a fork until they're all nice and incorporated, and it should look like this. Alright, so one special thing that I do, I like to take a knife and I like to cut little slits in the side of my fish, as you can see. That way it helps cook a little bit better and it lets the breading get in there, because as the skin shrinks as it's frying, it'll contract and it'll really get in there, and it'll kind of shorten the time too. So just take this, get it nice and mealed up. It's about ready for frying. Alright, I'm sorry, I guess I didn't press record, but you want to heat your oil to about 335 degrees before you drop them in, if not a little higher, because it will cool down immediately. So go ahead and give it a flip. You see those marks on the side? That's where I cut. That's exactly why you cut. It's so good. I'll just put that one in a little longer. So now when it comes down to eating them, the quick and easiest way I can show y'all is to take the fins themselves and pull them out, okay? Ooh, still hot. Okay, so you pull the fins out, top and bottom. All right, ooh, that's hot. Now when you pull the top one, you're gonna see how it splits right there. Okay, that's where you're gonna wanna start pulling from. So then all you do is just take it, hot, 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 and start pulling apart, okay? Ooh, I really should let this thing cool down a little bit more. Ah, so hot. All right, then you get down to the rib cage right here. And just peel it off the rib cage. Okay, now you have one side, the spine included, because this is the part of the meat that you're not going to get when you fillet it. So this is about the only thing you're going to get when you fillet. Now you're keeping this nice and whole. Go ahead and enjoy. So you see, now you do the same thing the other side. You pull it apart, and the bones come right out. See? Another piece, no bones, ready to eat. That's good. Alright, so there you have it. That was me cleaning, cooking, and eating a couple bluegills and shellcracker. Now, one of the things I wanted to add here at this point in the video, this doesn't have to be just like sunfish. You can do this with perch, you can do this with crappie, or crappie like some of y'all say. Most of y'all say. I'm sure I'm probably the only one that actually calls them crappie. But any kind of panfish for the most part. I like doing it this way because the bones in the skin seem to give more flavor than just a fillet. So I know it's like the new thing these days for everybody to just fillet things, but in reality you're missing out on a whole bunch of flavor and actually a whole bunch of meat by just filleting out a small tiny little sunfish. So if you get the opportunity, please do yourself a favor, do your family a favor, and try eating them whole just one time, and I guarantee you, you'll actually like them. If you don't mind picking through bone, just remember, take small bites. But if you learned something from this video, please do me a humongous favor and give me a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all next one, okay? Bye.